This segment is sponsored by Springfield Clinic. And we have a special guest in the studio today. We have Amanda Figge here. Thank you for being here this morning.
You bet.
And we're talking about a really great topic today, the keto diet. It's like all the craze now.
I know, it is.
Now, tell me a little bit about this keto diet. What are some of the things that you're not supposed to eat while you're on this diet?
Yeah, so keto diet is a manipulation of your macronutrient intake, which is your protein, fats, and carbs. So basically, it's a very high-fat diet, like 75% of your calories are coming from fats.
Really?
A little bit from protein and very minimal amounts from carbohydrates.
So what kind of things am I eating?
Yeah, so pretty much it's almost better to describe it as what are you not eating.
Okay.
So you're not eating anything that comes from the bread or the cereal aisle. You're not eating anything from the processed snack aisle like crackers, granola bars, chips, cookies.
Okay.
No pasta, no rice, no nothing.
What about the quinoa? What about that?
Nothing. Even like what we would consider healthy carbohydrates like quinoa, wild rice, or fruit. None of that. So carbohydrates are out.
Okay.
Fats are in.
Okay.
So your diet is really going to be revolving around eating a lot of high-fat proteins, whole eggs, red meat, a lot of fatty fish. You're going to be incorporating a lot of natural fats like avocados, nuts and seeds. You're going to be cooking with a ton of butter.
Okay.
A lot of
Butter's always good.
heavy cream, coconut oil. So this is what's going to be making up the majority of your caloric intake when you're following the keto diet.
Now, what about some people saying, it's dangerous to just do keto and have, that much?
So the concern is are you getting the right type of nutrients that your body needs to thrive? And that's the thing, is that keto may not be appropriate for all types of people, especially if you are in a high stress environment with a high stress job, or if you're just a stressful individual. I would highly discourage you for pursuing the keto diet because it's probably going to make things worse for you. But for other people, if you have a really hard time with managing those hyperpalatable foods. So if you're that person that gets a bag of chips and you're like, oh, get these away from me.
Yes, that's me.
You know what? Keto may be something you might want to experiment with because, doggone it, sometimes it's just easier for things to be black and white and just say, you know what, eat this. None of that.
Can't have that.
Yeah.
Oh, this sounds. I may try that. I've been thinking about it for a while now.
Yeah.
But it sounds pretty good.
Yeah. So one of the things I do encourage people is, again, do your research because keto is definitely not appropriate for all individuals. This girl right here, her body loves carbs. So I'm sorry, keto and me are never going to be friends. But there's some of those long-term consequences that we are starting to see as far as keto does change your metabolism.
Okay.
It changes your enzyme activity and your hormone expression. And for some people, you may know them, it may be yourself if you've tried keto. These are the people where they stop doing keto and then they gain all the weight back because their metabolism changed so much in that process. So that's why it's a very interesting diet and lifestyle, but it does come with some potential consequences in the end game. So I just tell people, I want you just to be well informed and make sure that keto is the right thing for you before you try it.
Well, I appreciate you giving us some insight on this. And of course, remember, you have to do your research. Thank you so much for being here.
You bet.
Of course.